long time, but we are filming a sleeving storing because I have accumulated quite a lot. First, we're gonna sleeve all of the new Yeosangs that I have, and then as I store them, I'm gonna go through like sort of what my collection's gonna look like from now onwards, and then like just some general life updates because I have quite a lot of rants that I want to go on, and as you know, that's kind of my thing, so we'll be excited for that. An intermission because I made an OTA edit the other day and my friend told me that I should smack it in the middle of the video, but I didn't want to do that and jump scare anyone, so I'm just going to put it here before we do anything, and you can skip it if you don't want to, but I'm just putting it here because she said I should. That was the most shameless plug I've ever done in my life. But at least I've done it, so we can actually move on to the fucking photo card stuff now. I'm gonna be honest, a lot has changed with my collection. So you'll see this in the binders, but I've decided that because of surgery, I've mentioned this in my last flip through, but because of surgery, I'm gonna be like pausing my collection. So all of these cards were ones that well, some of them weren't, but most of them were cards that I accumulated before I decided to stop. So like the goes that I was in, I paid for DOMs on those, and then I traded a few cards, and like I don't remember specifically how many of these cards were in my last flip through. I tried to check so that I knew which cards were new and which ones weren't, because obviously I'd kept all of these cards in my binder so far. But so if some of these are cards that you've seen before and I completely forgot that they were part of my collection before I stopped for surgery, then whoops. So I obviously joined some group orders for the Lemon Drop era pubs before I stopped collecting, so I have some of those. And I've decided that not collecting altogether gives me really bad FOMO, just because it naturally gives me FOMO. So I was kind of like, I'm gonna stick to not even album cards, but just one collection right now. And that is Pink Yeosang, because that is the only collection that is really uniquely mine, because I kind of do what I want with it. So I am only collecting for that right now, and even then I'm doing it very sparsely. Like I've only decided that I was going to collect for my Pink Yeosangs like last week, maybe a week before that. But I'd spent like from the last time I posted a video up until a week or so ago, I hadn't bought or joined for anything. So, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of miserable. These I won in a giveaway, by the way, these 3 cards. They're so stinking cute. So I was like, okay, not collecting makes me miserable, but at the same time, I don't want to get straight back into it, because then I'll just be spending all of the money that I'm supposed to be saving for surgery, and all of the money that people have donated, that stays in my PayPal. I don't spend that. Wait. Like, I don't spend the money that I've earned from people, because that's the money that they're giving me to help with my surgery, and it just makes me feel guilty, well, because I shouldn't be spending that. So I'm only spending the money that I know I had before I got any donations. Like, I know that I had this money, so I'm spending it because it's mine. Yeah, and like, obviously, fucking In Your Fantasy dropped, and then the fucking, you know, those gamer headphone cards, you know them well by now, and you know that the headphones they're wearing are pink. Which is shitty for me, because those cards were expensive, But also, like, and I was literally panicking. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, my Pink Yeosang collection is going to be fucked if I don't, like, get this now. Because, obviously, there's such a limited stock of them. You've seen the fucking resale prices, right? Have you? If you haven't, then good for you, because they were fucking horrific. So I was like, okay, they haven't even stopped selling them yet, and the fucking resale prices are insane. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of getting one. So I panic joined like 3 different group orders. I did get one. And I am happy that I got one, but there's always that guilt in the back of my mind that I have when I spend money at all. Not even on photo cards. Like, if I spend any money at all, I'm literally, like, quaking in my boots. Like, it's terrifying. It's a terrifying concept to me, and I just hate it. So, yeah, but I did get one. And I'm happy that I got one, but obviously there's still that guilt of it's an expensive card and I'm supposed to be saving for surgery. There's always going to be that in the back of my mind. So we have a good amount of POBs and album cards. I did see someone who was selling these 3 Yeosangs with this Wooyoung in an In Your Fantasy poker, and I was like, you know what? These selfies, you can't even see what I'm talking about. These 3 cards, In Your Fantasy is like just weird to collect for. So I was like, okay, well, I want to get the selfies before I have to go looking for them, because it's going to be so hard being able to tell when this is this card or when it's a fucking ATEEZ one, because I don't know what they were thinking with Yeosang's cards, but he's just in an ATEEZ outfit in this one, which is kind of ridiculous. So I'm just a bit like, I just want to get it now so that I don't have to go looking for it, and then every time I see an ATEEZ card, be like, is that the one I need, or is that a fucking random one that I don't need? So, yeah, we're going to put all these away while I talk about life. I have a lot of things that I can rant about. I don't know how in frame this is, but I'm doing my best. So the first thing I want to talk about is I thought I had a virus on my computer. So the other day, I was playing Roblox on my computer, and my computer is not like built for gaming, like hardcore gaming, because I'm like not on it for like 12 hours a day. I'm on it for like, I want to say like a few, like maybe like 4 hours a day. That's not every day of every, like not every day of the week either. It's kind of just like, it's iffy. It's like on and off, but I do play for like quite a few hours when I do play on it, right? So like, I was playing on my computer and I'd been on it like all day. Like, I'd had it running all day. I hadn't been on it all day, but it had been running all day. So it like shut down, and I was like, okay, that makes sense, because I just overworked it, right? I overworked my computer, and that's perfectly fine, and that's like normal. So then what did I do? I go on it the next day, and I'm on Roblox for like 5 minutes, and it shuts down again, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And my friend, I have a rant about him as well. My friend goes, you have a virus on your computer. And because I didn't have anyone to really tell me that I didn't, I don't know why the middle's empty. Oh, because there's no card that goes there. The fucking limited version. What the fuck is that about? What the fuck is that about? I just want to, because it's going to mess up my whole binder layout if I get those cards. But because they're album cards, I need them. Because I'm an album card whore. I fucking love album cards so much. So what the fuck? What the fuck, KQ? What the actual fuck? And I'm thinking that this is how they're getting their In Your Fantasy POBs out, because when they were doing the Gamer Kit Eat headphones, they were still doing it with the lemon drop pokers, and it was really weird. But now they're doing it with In Your Fantasy like outfits for the POBs for this. Oh, I fucking hate Make Star so much. Anyway, I thought I had a virus on my computer, and then when I was going to, was I going to the post office? No, I was going to an ATM with my friend because I'd never used one before and I wanted emotional support. And she's like a tech whiz. So I was like, okay, what do you know about like my computer? Because I think I have a virus on it. And then I explained to her what was happening. She was like, oh, it's probably just a problem with your GPU. And I was like, okay. And she was like, there could be other issues if it's struggling to run anything. And I was like, no, it's only struggling to like run games and stuff. And she was like, okay, well, it's definitely a problem with your GPU. And then like I pulled it up on Task Manager, which is like how you check what stuff is. Mind you, I don't know what a GPU is. I just knew that that was where the problem was. And I looked at it and she was like, okay, run something on your computer, like a game, but keep an eye on your GPU. And I was like, okay, so I did. And obviously, like, it was an overheating problem. Like, my GPU was fucking boiling hot. Like, it reached 40 degrees really quickly, like, in 5 minutes. And, like, my GPU, like, there was a little bar that, like, tracks what it's doing. And it was, like, skyrocketing. Then it dipped, then it went straight back up, and then went straight back down as my game shut down. So I was like, okay. Thanks for that. And then I was like, and then she showed me what her GPU looks like, and she said she spent a fuck ton on hers, but she was like, yeah, it's like overheating. And I was like, okay, well, overheating just means that there's probably dust clogged in my PC, so I just need to dust it. So because I don't have Prime, I asked my mom to order a can of compressed air for me, and she said it's arriving today, so hopefully I'll dust my computer down and it won't be fucked. But I have enough complaints about the place that I got the PC from anyway, so if the dusting it doesn't fix, I'm just gonna blame them. Because I fucking hate that place so much. Anyway, enough about that. I have a friend to rant about, and I'm sorry if I spend so, like, I put the cards away really fast and then I just sit here talking. Because that's just kind of how my videos seem to go, I've realised. But my best friend, right, the one who told me I had a virus on my computer, he and my other friends hate him too. But like, oh yeah, I set this up for Pink Yeosang, and I bought some binder pages for my pink fluffy binder, because I was like, it's such a fucking waste if I don't put them in there, so I'm gonna. So there's this game on Roblox, 99 Nights, and I don't like it, right? I've made it very apparent that I do not like that game and I don't want to play it, because I tried it once, and I don't really like Minecraft, and it's basically the same concept as Minecraft. It's a constant survival game where you fight enemies and, like, upgrade yourself up until the final, like, level where you beat the game, and then you just do it all over again. Like when you beat the Ender Dragon and then everything's just back to normal and you do the exact same shit all over again. It's like that. So I, like, don't really like Minecraft that much because I don't like the constant survival aspect of it. I don't like having to, like, sustain myself while I do all these crazy things. That's why I play Minecraft on peaceful. And when I played Subnautica once, I played it on the free play one where you don't have to feed yourself. And it was just like, and he really likes Minecraft and he really likes Subnautica, so he, like, really liked that game. And, like, he literally, when I tell you, this man was so fucking for real about this, that he made a rule where every Monday we suggest a game that we want to play, and it has to be a new game that we've never played before, or like a game that we've rarely ever played, but it can't be one that we're sort of in our era of playing. And he was like, we're gonna do that so that even if there's a game that I don't like or you don't like, if one person likes it and they want to play it, the other person has to play it. And I'm like, okay, well, you're just using that as an excuse to get me to play 99 Nights and I don't like it. And when I tell you that we had a full-blown argument about this in TikTok DMs, because I was trying to explain to him that I don't like the concept of constant survival games. Exhibit A, Minecraft, Exhibit B, 99 Nights. And it's just not my type of game, so I don't like it. And he was convinced that the only reason I don't like it is because I'm not good at it. And I'm like, I'm not good at those types of games. That's why I don't like them. Because they're not a game that I am good at and that I enjoy playing. And it was just so fucking ridiculous. And then I told him, you don't have to be aggressive and you don't have to argue with me. You just have to understand what I'm trying to say. And what I'm trying to say is I don't like one single game in the entirety of Roblox. I don't like one single game. Anytime he's tried to make me play any game, I've said yes, but this is the only time where I've said I don't like it, and he was fucking raging about it. And he goes, I wasn't arguing. If you read the fucking screenshots, I'm not going to put them up on the screen because that's fucking stupid, but like, if you read the screenshots, my friend has told me that it sounds like he's arguing. He's very much arguing with me, and he's just trying to rage bait me by saying, oh, I wasn't arguing about shit. He literally, his entire shtick is fucking rage baiting me, and it's fucking ridiculous. And he keeps saying, you're so easy to rage bait. And I'm like, the thing is there's a difference between rage bait, because I know what rage bait is, and I know that he's not rage baiting me. He literally just argues with me and then calls it rage bait when he fucking loses. And I'm like, oh my god. And recently we were in a trio, right? And there wasn't really a duo in it. It was like him and one of his old friends that he reunited with that was my friend for ages. And like, they fell out, right? Because he said something to me that he shouldn't have said. And then she, because it was related to a situation regarding both of them when they were in middle school. So she got really pissed, and she was like, she left and she'd stopped talking to him, and she hasn't spoken to him for about a month. And he will not stop bringing it up. He's like, this many days since she's last spoken to me, this many days since she's last spoken to me. And if you have friends like that, I'm sorry, because it is fucking annoying. It's so annoying. And like, I don't know what to do. And I've talked to my friends about it all the time, and it's like, I don't know why I'm still friends with him. And I guess it's just because outside of my, like, online life, he's the only friend that I really, like, play games with regularly. And I have friends that play games with my online friends, and my real life friends aren't as available as he is, because he goes to college, and all of my other friends do sixth form. And if you know anything about the difference between college and sixth form in the UK, is that sixth form is fucking hell on earth. Like, sixth form A-levels are the hardest qualification you will ever take in your entire life if you live in the UK. And I do them, and he doesn't, which should say enough in the first place. And one time, we went, during the argument about the 99 nights thing, right, I was like, okay, well, you didn't need to, like, I talk about how I don't like 99 nights, and he's like, I'm trying to bring up, like, an example and be like, well, you don't like this game. And he was like, because I said that he despised it, but the thing is although he's never said outright that he despises this game, right, he's heavily implied it. And, like, he doesn't seem to understand that people can interpret what he's saying. So if I'm suggesting that we play this game, and he's moaning and groaning, and he's like, no, I would rather do this than fucking play that game, you know? I would rather do, like, anything than fucking play that game. You would infer that they despise that game, right? So I said he despises this game, and he goes on a whole rant about how I said he despises something when he never outright said that he despises it. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hello, have we ever heard of fucking interpretation? Like, not everyone is going to understand what you're saying as how you're trying to say it. You know what I mean? And oh my god, I don't even think I could explain my full friendship with him because it's so fucking weird. And there was one time I'm very proud of myself because I gagged him. I absolutely gagged him because we were playing Dress to Impress, I think. And I was trying to explain something to him, right? I was just trying to explain it. Because, you know, I'm allowed to have thoughts in my head, and I'm allowed to, like, just say them out loud, right? But he just would not let me just leave something in the air. Like, I don't even remember what I had said, but he just kept going, yes, but this, yes, but that. And I was just trying to say a thing. I wasn't trying to have a debate about it. I wasn't trying to, like, get his thoughts on it. I just said something and he was like, yeah, but this. Yeah, but that. Oh, I remember what it was about. I'm gonna explain the whole lore of Dress to Impress to you right now. Like, the current update. There's like a special round where you're like mermaids and you have to style yourself with like your fin and shit for mermaids. And I was like, it was something about the fact that when it was the mermaid theme, you were limited to being a mermaid. And he was like, yeah, but you can be a mermaid in any other round. Yeah, but there's like a fin that you can wear. And I was like, that's literally not what I'm trying to say at all. I'm just saying that in the special round, you are limited to being a mermaid. You can't take your fin off. You know what I mean? That was all I was trying to say. And he was like, yeah, but you can be a mermaid outside the game. I was like, do you think I'm stupid? Because I know that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're just talking for the sake of talking. And he just kept on doing that. And I was like, I gagged his ass because I went, yeah, but shut the fuck up. Like, I said that to him because I was just so fucking sick and tired. Because literally the night before, I had been texting somebody about how mean he was being to me, and they were like, why the hell are you still friends with him? And I was like, I don't know. I think it's because he's my only male friend, and it, like, I guess it kind of validates my identity a little bit to be friends with a guy, because I just feel like shit if all my friends are women, because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get roped in with them, all that internal transphobia bullshit. But like, I don't know, maybe that's why. I mean, I don't know, but I gagged his ass because I said that, and then the phone was silent for like 5 fucking minutes, and it was like, I was so ready to just hang up and just not fucking speak to him anymore. But obviously, because I'm me, because I couldn't do that, I didn't. And I did speak. I still speak to him today. But I didn't speak to him, I think, for the rest of the day after that. And then after that happened, I just kind of got sick of him. I was like, oh my god, like anything he said just pissed me off. So I didn't speak to him for like 3 or 4 days, I think. I just didn't reply to him. Like, I left him on red. Apart from sending streaks, I didn't communicate with him whatsoever. And now I talk to him like regularly, but it's just kind of like, oh my god, like, Jesus Christ. Oh my. It was so fucking surreal. It was so odd. It was the weirdest conversation I think I've ever had in my life. But yeah, I think that's it, really. There's not that much today, but there were those 2 things that I really wanted to rant about, my computer and him. I swear to God I've complained about him before, but that's the newest complaint. I didn't even talk about my collection. Right now I'm only collecting Pink Yeosang. I'm not collecting album cards and I'm not collecting anything else. I'm just collecting Pink Yeosang. It's just these cards, and even then I did used to have quite a few more in like the template, but then I looked through it and I was like, a lot of these are just kind of like hot pinky red colors, and I'm kind of going for a more soft pink vibe. So I took them out, and it does look a lot cuter and everything does lay out a lot nicer. I'm not ready to get that one. I can't be arsed. I don't want to. But yeah, and then obviously I have this one. These 2 are like my highest ESO at the minute. I'm trying to find them. I haven't found anyone who's selling them yet, because obviously everyone's still in their trading era. So I'm just hoping that someone will eventually sell them, and I know that fucking, because it's Target and Barnes & Noble, they're gonna go for a lot. Target maybe not so much, but I mean, that was a fucking yellow one. Why couldn't he have just held the fucking yellow one? Like, be so for real. Please, man, please. But yeah, that's it. I'm not collecting any album cards. I just don't want to do that because the price for album cards racks up so fast, and I'm like, I just want to focus on the pink, because right now the pink makes me happy, and I don't want to be miserable while I'm not fully collecting him. So I'm just gonna very, very, very slowly collect these, like maybe a card every 2 months, and I have gotten 3, like, in the past few weeks, and like I was like, oh my god, this is so much, I need to calm it the fuck down. So like, and obviously I won these so long ago, like literally, when was it May, and they only came like last week. I got this one, and then I got another one which is still on the way, and then this one I got with this one. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop on the pink page. I joined this one by chance, right? And I was like so pissed because I was like, it says jelly bear, and I know that all they're gonna do is just have a gummy bear in their mouth, and that's gonna be about it. But thank the fucking lords that the gummy bear in Yeosang's mouth is pink, because otherwise I would have been like, oh my god. You know? So, and I love this one so much. He has a little black, like mine has a printing error, and he had a little black dot on his forehead, and I was like, okay, I could get that off. He has a massive dent in his forehead now because I tried to scratch it off and it didn't come off. But yeah, I need to just stop. Like, I've got so much random shit I'm talking about. Okay. Whew. Well, I'll see you the next time I film something. I don't know when that'll be, but I imagine I'll get nagged to film something eventually. Maybe an unboxing of Yeosang's birthday merch when it arrives, because yes, I did get it. Yes, I did get it. But yeah. I'll see you when I see you. I don't know when that's gonna be, but I'll see you when I see you.